Donnie Houston.
Rockwilder, what's good, man?
What's going on with you, man? What's happening?
I'm chilling, man. First of all, man, I appreciate you taking time out to chop it up with me, man.
I hear you, man. Big shout out to Phoebe. You know what I'm saying? Phoebe's Bugatti, you know. It's my homegirl, so whatever she need me to do, I roll with it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, for sure. How you making with everything going with the COVID and everything, man?
Oh, everything going good. I'm staying out the hospital. I hope your family is doing the same because that's where the assassinations are taking place.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
out that hospital. Let's stay out that hospital and let's keep it, let's keep it gully. If it's home, if you do got it, just stay home and do the home remedies, do the slave remedies. Get your tea, get your sleep. You know what I'm saying? Get your little boiling water. Just wait it out. A few of my family members had it, and then we just waited it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you in New York, right?
Yeah, I'm in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it pretty bad. Are y'all on lockdown or like how y'all dealing with that shit out there?
Nah, we on lockdown, man. I'm out in Long Island, so these people out here pay too many taxes to be on lockdown.
Yeah.
Outside, everybody at the beach, everybody swimming, doing all types of stuff. There ain't no problem going on
Yeah.
here. Right?
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, while I was sitting up, I was like, man, I'm trying to find some connection because I'm out here in H-Town, man. And so
Okay.
let me see. Right where I live with Diddy Records with Scarface. Couldn't find some Scarface or something, but I did remember you because you ain't did nothing with Scarface, right? You done any rap music out here?
You know what? I gotta hold on, let me think. Did I? Nah, me and Scarface talked about doing something, but we never did. But I gotta think about it because sometimes I be forgetting. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I did do something with Scarface, did I do something with Scarface? Nah, I don't think I did, though. I don't think I did.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, I would imagine that collaboration would have been crazy, man, if y'all could have did some shit. But I saw you did I remember the Destiny Child's records, man. Was Bootylicious? Is that the first record y'all did together? The remix and shit?
Yeah. The first joint we did was the Bootylicious remix, and then after that it was just the girls was just mad cool. Like, Pops was cool, Kim Burst, Music World Entertainment. Like, it all came out good, and then we ended up meeting up again, and then we did something on the last album, which was the Destiny Fulfilled album. We did
Yeah.
F3, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be real. This kind of like a full circle moment for me because that's one of my favorite records. I ended up sampling that maybe like 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? For a record,
Right.
Send it to you, man. That you hear. If you can't,
Which one?
the If record, the If,
Oh,
which I know is Natalie Cole, but I took that. You know what I'm saying? The melody.
Yeah.
Was
I used to pull that record back when I was 7 years old, man. I used to love the fact that it had that beginning like that.
Don't.
Yeah. I used to pull it back because one thing my brothers used to like my brothers used to back in the days, they used to like my big brother Bo, God rest his soul, he used to like the way I used to pull the record back right on the beat. I used to be able to pull it back on right on the beat.
Back then.
Yeah, I was 7, 8 years old pulling the record back on the beat.
No shit.
Yeah, so I used to be like boom, dun, 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 and pull it back right on there. I was doing that 7 years old. So when Beyonce asked me, she said, "How long ago you did this concept?" The idea when I was 7 years old. I always wanted to just keep the record going like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, incredible record.
Yeah, incredible record. And it was crazy about If and Free. I remember I went to a Grammy party and Beyonce told me that Prince had came to their show in Atlanta when they did the filming in Atlanta of the Destiny's tour, and his two favorite records on the album was If and Free. Prince.
Oh shit. Man, that's the highest of compliments, man.
Yeah, right. That's really good. That's really that's a really good thing that goes on. I was just like, wow. I was like, I never thought that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now we were talking about when you were younger, man. I was looking. You were talking about just how much the influence of songs in the Key of Life played on you, man. Like in your life.
Like back in the '70s, man. You know what I'm saying? Music was it. Music was everything. Music was it, and the record player in your imagination, the vinyl, that was like your window to the world. You know what I'm saying? So, when y'all blessed to having laptops and we just had a record player, you know what I'm saying? And we dreamed through that record player, so Songs in the Key of Life was a very intricate album because it just had so many genres of music on it. And the feel of what Songs in the Key of Life was doing when I got old enough to watch the interview, the actual documentary of it, and to know that this was an album that was kind of breaking all barriers of genre because it had so many genres on it.
Right.
And at that age, that album was such an incredible album to have in the home because you heard Stevie through mad genres of music. You know, like, of course he had Talking Book and he had Music of My Mind, he had everything, but this album was an album where he actually went and did really a bunch of genres. Music you never heard before, like the type of music he was experimenting with Az and what was the oh man, Az, Nicole and Astoria, I Am Singing, Joy Inside My Tears, Isn't She Lovely? Isn't She Lovely? You never heard nothing like that before Isn't She Lovely came on. Like, you never heard that before. You never heard what's that? I used to always listen to it, but he just went so many places. Like some songs he was coming from it was the words, some songs it was the mood, the progression, but then some songs it wasn't even him singing at all. It was just music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what artist was actually doing that? You know what I'm saying? And then to later, but back then it inspired me to want to be a producer. It inspired me to ask the question of why does this album sound so amazing? And I had so many amazing cousins and my sister, like, you know, that was answering my questions, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, did you have people that were doing music at the time to have you give you the foresight to see, like, oh, well, maybe I can, you know, do this same type of thing, or was it just?
I was the only person that was doing something. Like, all right, so I'm the youngest of 5, so. And my sisters, they were playing music to dance, but then my mother was playing music that the words, it always was about the words. So, you know, we had people in the house that absorbed music, but I was the only one that kind of like, it hit me different. It hit me like, you know, a little kid, I'm supposed to be playing in the street. I'm supposed to be outside with the kids and playing around. Now I'm in front of the stereo. I'm in front of the stereo trying to find out why the vinyl turning like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just and you know, just creating certain type of moods with certain progressions I was hearing. I was just like I was just going from the 45s to the 33s, and why was it 33 and a third? Why was it 45? But why was it 78? And why was the 78 record so thick? And why was the needle there? Like, it was like I was doing stuff like that. So I guess as a kid,
everything.
Huh?
It opened up your mind to everything.
Yeah, it opened up my mind to everything. So then here comes this album. So this album, somebody was able to answer my question with it said all songs produced by Stevie Wonder. I never saw it under the vinyl like that, the vinyl label.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, it made me just want to say, well, I want to do that. So I used to hum my own albums in front of the house. I used to just hum my own music, like try to hum my own idea of what I would produce, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just dreaming. I don't think I was.
Oh man, we got a bad connection. Oh, bad connection.
Yeah, but I was really like, I was fascinated by that production word, that word producing and composed and all written, you know what I'm saying? And then you know, just the labels, how they look, the Tamiya label, the Motown label with the map on it, and you know, the Warner Brothers label. Like, I was just trying to dream through the records, man, and it just did something else to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So at what age do you actually get your first like piece of equipment and get to kind of playing around with it yourself?
If I really could go back and say my first piece of equipment was like my boy down the block, Eric and Mike, they had equipment. So I was DJing. We were all trying to be DJs, but I think my first piece of equipment was somebody let me borrow their Synsonic drums.
Okay.
I was playing Sensonic drums, and then my mom's bought me a Casio MT100 from Sears for $114. And so then I was going to church. So I had a my brother was singing in a choir, and he had a conductor, a choir conductor named Blaine Aiken. And Blaine Aiken taught me how to write this song, how to produce this, how to play the song. So I would play that song, and I would just play it and play it and play it and play it and play it until I learned how to play it. And then from there was talks about the MPC, but I couldn't get my hands on one. So my boy Tyreek used to bring over a SK5, a Casio SK5 sampler. So we used to speed the sample up and then play it on the lower keys, just to feel like we were sampling something.
Yeah.
And then I used to do pause tapes, and I used to do all these different types of tapes. And then around the corner, I had a best friend by the name of Khalid, and his brother was Sheikh, and they used to dance for Guy. And one of the members of Guy lived around the corner. His name was Damian Hall. He lived at the house.
Aaron Hall's brother.
Yeah. Huh?
Aaron Hall's brother. Yeah.
Yeah. So him and Sheikh heard my tape and was just like, yo, this guy's good. But at that time, I was also running with Sheikh and Khalid because they were my friends. I was also running to all the concerts. So I was going to any Heartbreak concert, any Guy concert, any Bobby Brown concert. I was there. You know what I'm saying? Just as one of the friends. So I always had music on me. So I don't know. I remember one time I was in the MPV with Teddy Riley, and my boy Damian Hall said, yo, he's a dope ass producer. So I played some beats for Teddy, and then Zan, my boy Zan was there. And then Zan, I went to Zan's crib and met this and got with Zan, and Zan used to have me in his basement, and he put me on my first MPC. My first MPC. 60? My first MPC 60, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
And that from there, it just went uphill from there. Big shout to Xander, man.
Yeah.
He put me on my first MPC.
Yeah. I mean, that was a cool little mix, though. I mean, you're talking about being around Guy and a mix with Teddy Riley, and then, like, you were cool with Play, too, right? Y'all went to church together.
Yeah, I was cool with Play. From Kid at Play, we went to church together. Went to church with him. But what's crazy about Play was teaching me how to draw, because Play is an artist. A lot of the outfits that Kid and Play used to wear when you saw Foreplay on it, that was actually Play's outfits that he had designed.
Oh wow!
So Play was teaching me how to draw. You know what I'm saying? Nice. Yeah, he was teaching me how to draw. Yeah.
So, but you weren't ever trying to like push music up on them at the time, or it was just kind of like you just kind of.
Well, on Play's side, for some reason the music, we weren't connected through the music. Hopefully, we were more connected through the church, singing in the choir, because me and him used to sing in the choir together. Yeah. And we was connected through that side.
Yeah.
And I always had music when I got home on my Khalid and Sheikh side. Big shout out to Sheikh, God rest his soul. But you know what I'm saying? So it's like my life was just full. It was full. I was playing football on the block, doing the pole to pole, 2-hand touch.
Yeah.
Then I would go to church, be with Play, and be fascinated by his career happening on that side. But then around the corner, Guy and Bobby Brown and I'll Be Sure and everybody popping. And I'm on our best friend, one of our good friends, living down the block. That's Jerobi. Jerobi's and Fife is getting down new Tip, and Tip was there. Just put a Tribe Called Quest together.
Oh man, damn! So you just kind of sitting there like waiting on your time, kind of around this.
I'm serious. I wasn't waiting on my time. It was so fascinating at that time, just seeing things happen.
Mix, yeah.
Yeah, you knew music. You just didn't know what was gonna happen. You didn't know what was gonna happen. So when my time came, I was with Zan, and then I got with Zan, and then Zan took me down to Teddy Riley's studio, and that's when All Star and everybody was down there, and he did the Human Nature remix right in front of me. The Human Nature remix.
Shit.
Yeah. SWV came down there to get the Human Nature remix and the I'm So Into You remix, and they had just did Rump Shaker. So Virginia Beach Boulevard, Virginia Beach Boulevard had a studio, Life of Riley Studios. It was Teddy Riley Studio. Yo, when I tell you, this studio was so mean. It was in the middle of Virginia Beach Boulevard. It was just right there with all these magnificent colors. Life of Riley Studios. And then when you walk in, all his plaques from left to right. Just, ugh. And we were in there. Yo.
I mean, obviously, you're talking about SWV and Rump Shaker, so young Pharrell is there.
Yeah, Pharrell is there. Chad is there. Knowledge is there. Ty Fife is there. Bink is there. Rodney Jerkins is there. All Star is there. I'm there.
What?
And Blackstreet was there. Zan was there. Like that came with Zan. So it was just every day. It was just a family affair, man. And I had still not became Rockwilder. I was just still a dude trying to get hot. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get hot. Just getting in where I fit in. Not even knowing where my career was gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So at what point do you link up with Redman? Like, how do you link up? Because that's kind of like when right?
Well, yeah. What happened was that during the time I was going to Zan's crib, me and Zan were making beat tapes. So I had a tape. You know what I'm saying? And I did, and probably stayed up all night in the studio. But I had a tape and it said produced by Zan and Rockwilder on it, and I didn't have it on me, and then Shazzy, which is another artist I was working with, she was one of my good friends, Shazzy, and she had a deal with Elektra, and she was friends with K Solo.
Okay.
But she was also friends with my boy on the block that lived down the block. So she came to one of the barbecues, and when she came, she brought K Solo, and K Solo brought Redman. And Redman came in the backyard, got a piece of chicken, and it was just a whole bunch of talks about this dude Redman, that everybody was talking about. You know what I'm saying? EPMD got a dude named Redman. He's sick. And it just so happens that Redman was down the block.
He was just buzzing the area. He didn't really have any records or anything out.
He had a big, I don't know why Redman's buzz was big. Like, it's like he was so big because he was on everybody's videos, and he was rocking jams everywhere. He was rocking Long Island. He was rocking Queens. He was rocking Jersey. So everybody was talking about him. You know what I'm saying? So he came to the crib with Solo, and then he went in the truck and he started playing beats. And when he started playing beats, me and my boy Tyrone, we went around we went in front of the truck, and we kept listening to the beats, and we was like, yeah, that's hot. Yo, I like the joint, it's hot. And he said, yo, you do music? And my boy Tyrone said, yeah, you do music. And I went and got my tape. I played my tape, and there was this one beat on there, dude, that blew Red's mind, blew his mind. And he said, yo, when I come from the Hit Squad tour, I'm gonna look you up. You know what I'm saying? Now the crazy thing about it, we ain't had no cell phones.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he was texting me talking about, yo, son, I'm gonna hit you up.
Yeah, you gotta
be actually me on a wing and a prayer, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm waiting for a pager, like a beat. You know what I'm saying? Like we had pagers back then. We ain't had no cell phones. So we didn't even have illegal cell phones. We ain't had nothing. So if he pays you, you had to go to your house and make a phone call on your phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was a wow, man. It was a wow. And then all of a sudden, as soon as I got back from Teddy Riley's studio, man, with Zan, Red called me and said, my mother came in the house and my mother said, somebody by the name of Redman called. And I called him back. And, and that's still on the wing of the prayer. You just, he calls you. And then he called me back. Picked me up. I smoked my first real blunt. My first real blunt.
Yeah. When you say real? Hey, was it like a better grade of weed, or what you mean? What you mean by
it? Was just rolled the way he rolled weed. I was smoking with Organized Confusion. I was smoking with my boy Nice. I was smoking with Butch. I was smoking with Sage. We were smoking, but I wasn't smoking until I really smoked with Redman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he was rolling something else. I don't know what the hell he was rolling. And then he just he put me down and the rest is history, dude. He put me on his second album, but I toured with his first album. You know what I'm saying?
What album?
With the What album? Yeah, with the What the album? Yeah.
Hey, so how was it when y'all first got in the studio to actually work and shit? How was the chemistry and everything?
I when he first started, you know, I watched him work. You know what I'm saying? Because Eric Sermon had already, you know, him and Eric was, Eric was the Funk Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eric is the funk dude. So everything was already in stone. So I'm basically there just watching it happen. But then when he did There's a Dark Side, you know, he incorporated me into some of the production, which was so amazing, because here I am, like, really jumping on one of the hottest dudes in hip hop Second's album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, which to me at this age, you know, when I was young, it was happening so quick, I didn't understand. But it's like now I'm just like, damn, he threw me on his second album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, think about production and think about producers and artists and everybody, and you think about somebody just puts you down with them, and then all of a sudden you're part of their second album.
Yeah.
And you producing with them, and you producing for a guy in LA, and then you producing for this artist. You producing for Michael Jackson's first artist, because everybody wants Redman. You know what I'm saying? But Redman's also telling them, yo, we do music too. I got this company. It's my little brother Rockwilder, and we're doing music. You know what I'm saying?
Man, so he always kind of kept you in the mix.
No, yo, dude, that dude I was his left arm. And I was his left. He didn't go nowhere without me. Like, he brought me with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like it was destined. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but he brought me with him. You know what I'm saying? He brought me with him. Yeah.
What was because I mean, you talk about the second album being like the first big placement. What was the first record where you were like, all right, I'm on now, like I'm in the game?
Man, first off, there was so much going on around me, man. It felt like I was just in the game just as a person just hanging, because you got Guy over here, LL's across the bridge, Crime Call Quest is here, Organized Confusion is over here, you know what I'm saying? Players over here. I'm with Zan, you know what I'm saying? I just met Red, Shazzy's over in Hollis, like, you know, like it was so much happening around us. You know, 40 Projects was jumping with Grandmaster Vic and Spank G and Donna Rock. Like, we was just, I don't know why, it was just such a hip-hop wave around us little kids. It was just such a wave, but we felt on then. So, like, when I really got on, I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I guess I'm part of the mix now. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm part of what's going on, but I really didn't. Redman was like when I really was just like, all right, I'm on. Because Organized Confusion was so friends with us. We were so good friends with them that even though they were one of the hottest duos in hip hop, we still didn't feel it because we were friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so but Redman was kind of like the first figure that I didn't actually know but ended up meeting from a star status that came, and then I felt like I was on them because he had me on tour. You know what I'm saying? I'm on tour with the hottest rapper from Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I'm on. You know what I'm saying? You know, but from a producer's achievement to say, all right, I think You Came Up would be the first one, official one, that I kind of like, okay, Red, you my dog, and I'm your brother, but I just made a single over here with Pun. I don't know this dude. This dude hired me, and we just made a joint. But I knew I was on with Redman. I knew I was on with Redman. A little bit with Organized, but we was a crew. We was a crew in Queens just running. But Redman was when I was like officially on.
Yeah. So how did you even link up with Big Pun? Was that just kind of
Big Pun? Shout out to Andrina Hale. She was my manager at the time, and she got the call from Loud Records about Big Pun, and she asked me for some tracks. I put the tracks together and was blessed to be a part of that. I did Super Lyrical, and you came up on that.
Classics.
Yeah. Big class. I didn't know there was gonna be classics till now. You know what I'm saying?
No, I just thought y'all just making some good music, just
making good music, man. Like I said, everything was happening so fast. It didn't. I never got a chance to say, "Oh shit, I'm on a single." Oh shit, I got this. I never had a chance to say it because everything was just happening so quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was high all the time. So if I did wanted to feel that way, I was too high to feel that way because I was just trying to get the next blunt and roll it. Red had started smoking me out then. So it was all about getting high and doing music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Now, so okay, you had the record on and I'm gonna tie a couple of things together. You did the record on the Tunnel Flex Big Cap.
Yeah.
And I actually got to meet Big Cap. I lived in Atlanta for a little while, and I got to meet him before he passed. We got to smoke and chill and shit, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That was a situation with DJ Twins. Twins, which was actually Redman's DJs. They used to come over a lot, and we used to do beats together. And we ended up doing some beats for Beanie Man and like, you know what I'm saying, like mad projects. And then one of the projects they were connected to, because they were Big Dog Pit Bulls too. And they were connected to Flex. So they got the call from Flex that Flex had wanted a producer to help him put together the album, The Tunnel. And so we got together and I produced If I Get Locked Up, True by Method Man. Twins had did Mind Right. We co-produced Rough Riders. We co-produced a song with Mobb Deep and Coogee Rap, and another song with Nas.
Yeah.
Angie Martinez. We did a lot of co-production on there.
Yeah. See, that Tunnel, man, like, you know, I'm from Houston, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm out in Houston, but it's like super hip hop, man, and like it's two places in New York that if I could have been around, man, I wish I could have went. And that's that I always hear about it, and that's the Tunnel. You know what I'm saying? And Branson. Like there's two places I'd be like, I wonder what that shit look like. You know what I mean?
Tunnel, just imagine one of your most illest clubs in Houston that was just out of control every time a Houston artist came on, and one of your best shows that you've ever been to in Houston, and you might could say that was the Tunnel.
Okay.
We had it every Friday, I think. Every Friday.
It was a spot you go to every week and shit.
Yeah, every week. Flex was bang. Flex was breaking a hole in that place every week, dude. I remember when the Outkast showed up, and Outkast didn't show up till like 5 o'clock that morning. That was the latest show we ever had. And when they showed up, man, it's on the Tunnel. Like, I mean, it's on YouTube. You can Google it. Go put in Outkast Tunnel and see how that crowd was. That was 5 o'clock in the morning, damn near. They had just showed up. I think they were late or something, and they got on that stage, man, and that stage was destructive.
No shit.
Destructive, dude. Yeah, Tunnel was serious, man. Tunnel was real serious.
Yeah, you got any other than the Outkast thing? You got any other like really memories from being in there around that time and shit?
When Jay-Z did My Joint, Do It Again. When he did,
I was in
Rockwilder, when the Rockwilder came on in there, and I'll Be That came on in there. Wow, people get robbed in there.
I used to hear about that, man. How you go in there, man?
Yeah, you would get right on the dance floor, dude. Both capture the dudes that did it. That's how crowded it was. You could get robbed in the bathroom, unisex bathrooms. So niggas, they were selling it upstairs. They were selling it upstairs. They were selling it. They were selling it.
Yeah.
Girls was getting paid up there. Like, it was serious up there. But I don't understand why I never had a fight in that. I never fight in there. I never got issues up in there. But dudes was getting robbed up in there, dude.
Yeah.
It was crazy, man. Fights, stabs, bloods, crips. It was wicked. It was wicked in that spot.
Yeah, that's like I said, man. There in Branson, the two places I always hear people talk about New York in the 90s. I'd be like, damn, I wonder what that shit just looked like, man. Just to go.
Branson is still somewhere. You can still find them. You can find them. You gotta look for them.
Yeah.
around. He around. You just gotta find him. You still got that salad, got that brown and that we call it beef and broccoli. We still got it. You know
yeah, for sure. So you had mentioned the Do It Again record, man. Talk about how you hooked up with Hov, man. How was that experience?
Hov was another twin connect because they went on tour together, and it was kind of like a situation where I produced Reservoir Dogs for Jay-Z's Volume 2.
Yeah.
It was kind of like another credited project because it was Eric Sermon's work, so I kind of sub produced under Eric Sermon, and but Eric Sermon got the credit, so everybody thought that Eric Sermon had did the track, but it was actually me and a dude named Pop did the track, but I really did the track. You know what I'm saying? You know, but they were down in, I think, Miami, and they were playing pool, and Reservoir Dogs came on. And they said, yo, man, this is one of the best tracks on the album. And they just like, yo, Eric Sermon is crazy. And they said, and my boys twins said, Eric Sermon ain't do it. They said, who did it? I said, Rockwilder did it. He said, yo, tell that nigga Rockwilder send me everything you got. So they came up to New York. I gave them a beat tape. They took it back. And there was also a track on the Tunnel album called For My Thugs, and that was a Jay-Z track that had a Mill, Bleak, Beans, and Jay on it, and that was the first track Jay took, and then he took Do It Again, and that's how I got hooked up with Do It Again.
So y'all went in the studio. He was just taking the records, doing them, and then you sending them back or whatever.
Well, no, because by that time when Twins them told him what he did and they came back, they had got off the backstage tour, and then they were in the studio in Sony. So I was there. I was coming there sporadically and bringing joints. Yeah, and one of the tracks was Do It Again.
Yeah. Nah, that was huge, dog. Man, talk about because you work with Nate Dogg too, man. 2 records. I know the Oh No is that's classic, but my favorite is that Mary Jane, man.
That Mary Jane, right?
Dang, man. That's what
Redman. Redman's album. Well,
yeah.
Hey, man, Mary Jane was something, man. Mary Jane was definitely something. It was definitely.
That's what you got your fake. You got songs. It may not necessarily be like a big hit, but it's like this is my personal shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it might not be a big hit, but that shit is one of my favorite joints, man.
It's a special track to me. Like to me, I feel like all my tracks got a reason. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I used to. One thing I learned from Quincy Jones, because he had did so much music and I was studying his music and I studied Stevie Wonder too, and the songs of the Key of Life album. Like I always liked songs with meaning, music with meaning. So it's like with every track done, you're trying to capture a meaning of it. You don't really know who's gonna write on it and actually what the song's gonna be about, but you want that song to have a mood to it. Mood to it. You know what I'm saying? And with that song, I was trying to capture like Rick James. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you listen to it, and Red naming it Mary Jane is funny, and Nate actually naming it Mary Jane is funny too. But
wait. So the record was named, and then Nate Dogg did the hook and all that.
No, I think I did the track. I had the track. Oh shit! I gotta plug my battery up. My battery died. Hold on, let me. Oh shit! My battery about to die.
All right, we're gonna wait for him to come back. We're gonna wait for him to come back, man. Y'all enjoying the conversation, man? Y'all let me know. Talking to the legend Rockwilder. We're gonna get into the Christina Aguileras and all that. We'll get back. All right, let's see. Got him back.
Battery, I did a Teddy Riley on you. My bad.
Nah, it's all good.
I did a Teddy Riley on you. My bad. Fade out. I started going to the fade out and to give me my warning. But But with Mary Jane, like if you listen to that music, if you listen to that, you know what I'm saying? You got me wanting to fucking put my laptop up and listen to it now. But it's like, it's like, I remember Rick James' music having that texture to it.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of that. I just followed it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I was really trying to capture Mary Jane. You know what I'm saying? So I guess Red knew that it felt like that. You know what I'm saying? Because Red kind of like me and Red read each other so good. We like damn near brothers in the game for real. So we read each other so good. So he wrote like that, and then Nate said, "Ooh, Mary Jane,
ooh, Mary Jane."
Yeah. So it was just kind of like the just the synchronicity of that was just amazing, man. It was just really amazing.
That's a fire record. I got this shit on vinyl, man. Man.
You got it on vinyl?
I got it on vinyl because I'm a DJ. I started out DJing first. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get to really introduce myself. I'm a DJ and producer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I was DJing, they sent it in the record pool, and that's like how I got on it. You know what I'm saying? I got like 2 or 3 copies of that shit on vinyl.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I need to get a vinyl on Mary Jane. Lord have mercy.
Man, I'll send you one on the cool.
But I want to start picking up vinyl on a lot of shit that I'm doing. But you can make vinyl now, right? Can't you?
Yeah, for sure.
They got vinyl makers, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I need to buy me a little vinyl maker. I saw one at Jazzy Jeff's joint. I need to make me a vinyl, get me a vinyl maker and make some of my vinyl, make some 45s and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh No with Pharoah Monch, man. Talk about that, man.
Oh No is a very weird track also because I kind of like was the last person to know that Monch was on it. Most was on it. And it actually went to what was that?
Lyricist Lounge, yeah.
Lyricist Lounge. So that track originally was done for the Alcoholics. And they turned it down, and I ended up doing 2 more for them. And that track, I don't know why, I don't know where it sat to be picked up by the Lyricist Lounge, but it got picked up. You know what I'm saying? And it got picked up, and next thing you know, everybody was like, "Yo, that joint you did for Lyricist Lounge is crazy." And I was like, "What joint?" And it was Oh No. You know what I'm saying? Big record though. It's one of my number. I think that's my first #1 hip hop record. My first #1 Billboard hip hop record.
No shit. And it just came on a whim.
Just came on a whim. And sometimes I even hear it now and I'm just like, you know, like every track that I did, like, you know, people would say, like, you know, every track that I do has a different story by it, but that's one of those tracks that kind of did its own thing. Like, I wasn't in the studio with Monch. I think I was in the studio with when it started happening, I think I was in the studio with Mos. I wasn't in the studio with Monch. I think I was in the studio with Mos. But I didn't know. It's like once I did it, it's just everything. Then everybody was just like, "Yo, man, this song is hot." And it just happened. Like I didn't get a chance to experience it. Like do it again, like the Rockwilder or something like that. Like it just was happening. I saw most in the studio, and then after that, this one it became a hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you brought up the Rockwilder, man. Let's talk about that because you might be the only producer with the song named after him.
I might go down in history.
Which is incredible. You know what I'm saying?
Which is to me like, yo, dog, the ovation of that record. I get a chance to appreciate it as I get older.
Yeah.
When I first did it, I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just like you do this track, you know, everybody like it. Next thing you know what I'm saying? It's on Red and Meth's album. I was trying hard to be on that album. You know what I'm saying? And I got on it. I did it. The name of the song was The Rockwilder. it didn't occur to me back then that, yo, you got a song named after you.
Yeah.
I was just blowing, blowing weed. You know what I'm saying? I'm blowing mad weed. I'm blowing so much weed, man. Every 15 minutes, I'm trying to get high.
Yeah.
because I'm just afraid to come down because life is just like this. So I'm blowing. I'm just blowing. I'm just like, all right, yo, I got another record. Blowing. So the Rockwilder, I'm appreciating it now because I get a chance to feel that, oh, it's a classic song. It's a big record. It's one of the dopest records in hip hop history. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that back then. Like, I never had a chance, Yo D, I never had a chance to say, I'm that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Never.
You just
always
working.
Yeah, you just like
on. Yeah.
Yo, I was one of them niggas, D, if you knew me, you would have been like, this nigga just want to wake up in the morning, smoke some weed in his boy's driveway, chill in the car, play beats that he did upstairs. It just so happens that every beat that I played in the car got sold. It got sold. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. It's like, it was me, Rashid, Eddie, Sage, Nice, Butch, Prince from Organized, Twins, and we just all wanted Red, and we all wanted to just play beats in a car. We just wanted to do beats, play beats in a car. I smoke a little bit, hang out a little bit, then go upstairs and do a beat, like it, like, oh shit, I can't wait to go in the car and play it. Go in the car, play it. If it's hot, oh, it's hot. It's not. It just so happens that might have been the Rockwilder. Yeah. That might do it again. That might have been, oh no. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But I was one of them dudes that never it never hit me to say, oh, I'm that nigga. Like, let me, oh, I'm Rockwilder, nigga. Let me go. It was never that. It was always like, oh shit, word. Like, we in the car laughing when the song come on the radio. You know what I'm saying? We in the club just like, oh shit. Like, oh shit. We leave the club like, yo, nigga, they played it like 5 times. And I'm going home like, all right, going home to my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think because I had so much history of playing and organize and by the time it came, it was just like, oh shit, because they had oh shit moments.
Yeah. So
I was having my oh shit moment, but it didn't feel like how
it wasn't new to you. It wasn't new.
It wasn't new to me. Yeah, it wasn't new. Even though the name of the song was the Rockwilder and it was so dope and like I speak to Battle Cat now, Battle Cat says, yo man, you don't even understand, like, you brought a new synth sound to hip hop.
Just about to say that. I was just about to say, is that where you started honing the Rockwilder sound? Because that's when it became hard drum synths. Like, that's when you knew, like, this is that Rockwilder.
But you got to understand this too, though. And I'm amazed at not myself to toot my horn. I'm amazed at actually what I was doing as far as a human being, just loving music so much. It was like the Rockwilder, people were asking me to do the Rockwilder again. And I was refusing to do it.
Yeah.
People were like, yo, we need a track like the Rockwilder. I was like, you can't get a track like the Rockwilder. Why? I said, because we would have to get another Method Man, another Redman. Meth would have to start when he starts. I would have to be wanting to get on the Red and Meth album. Like, it had a feeling to it.
Right.
Because if you listen to it, as far as my content is concerned, there's only one Rockwilder beat that sounds like the Red and Meth Rockwilder beat.
Yeah.
You may hear my signature in other songs and say, oh shit, that sound like Rockwilder. But
yeah,
that's the only song that sounds like that song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't get me to do that again. Like, how can I do that again? I would have to want to get on Red and Meth's album again. Meth would have to say microphone checker before the beat dropped, because he wasn't supposed to say microphone checker right there. He was supposed to say it when the beat actually dropped.
But that shit came out perfect, because it's like,
yeah.
He started at the right moment. It's like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bad perfect. But when he did it, I was just like, yo, I said, yo, you supposed to start when the beat dropped. He said, word? I said, yeah. He said, well, Rock, I wrote it like that.
Yeah.
And then, I think it was Richie up in the studio, Twin. He was I think it was Richie and Ray in the studio, and they said, yo, that shit sound dope, man. I ain't no front. That shit sound hot. And we said, all right, you know what I'm saying? We kept it like that.
Yeah.
And it became what it was. But like I said, that whole style and that whole idea of that song and how that happened, I was trying so hard to be on that album that I never got a chance to say, oh shit, I got a song named after me. I'm Rockwilder now. Oh, I'm that dude right now.
Yeah.
Let me go and get some Grammys, and let me go and get $8 million. Like, I wasn't like that. I was just so comfortable and in my mind about what I've already experienced watching other people having their experiences. It just felt like I had a chance to have something happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I was blessed to be a part of things that you're about to ask me about. But I'm telling you that at that moment, having a song named after me, it didn't hit me. It wasn't hit me. It was a shock to me. I was like, oh shit, that's dope that they named it that. But it wasn't like I was like, oh, I'm feeling myself. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, I remember first hearing it, I'm like, man, that was dope for them to just pay homage to the dude that made the beat. But then you telling me like, shit, it's just you didn't know anything about, like, they just named it that. It wasn't really.
It wasn't like somebody sat me down like a dad or uncle or somebody and said, hey, you know, they named that song after you. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean a big deal? And they are, no, because that means that you're the man. Because
that automatically separated you from everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's just, now I get a chance to feel what it really did by watching hip-hop history unfold, getting older and being a part of it. Rockwilder, oh, wow, I didn't know. Battle Cat, oh, man, you don't know. That synth sound, and people didn't even know where you was from. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh, so that's what that did. You know what I'm saying? Producers of today still talking about the Rock. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that record's still going, man.
Yeah. It's an amazing time. That was amazing. That was one of the most amazing songs of my career because it was really, you know, me just trying to be on an album that I thought I couldn't be on because RZA and Eric was supposed to do the whole album. From Wu-Tang, Def Squad. It was supposed to be that type of album.
Okay, yeah.
Scratch got on it. I don't know if any other producers got on it, and then I got on it. But I didn't know I was going to get on there with the record. I didn't know
with
that.
The one, yeah.
but I can say the blessing in that at this day and age that I know now is that it made my name a search word, a keyword search, and it also in the streaming top 5 songs of Red and Meth, the Rockwilder is the top one. So I'm the most streamed with both artists.
Yeah.
And I'm also a keyword search.
Nice.
Which kind of made me more of a producer. The word is kind of has its same brand as the actual dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is to me a blessing because certain things like that I just learned make intellectual property and creates finances and income for me that people are actually searching for my actual name as the song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keeps me alive and I don't die. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's a great thing that I was able to see that in this whole streaming platform that I guess is going to be here forever. I don't know what they're going to do to upgrade from actual streaming, but in this streaming process that we're in, my name is a keyword search. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So does that record open up the opportunity for the Lady Marmalade and all that, or like how does that even come?
Lady Marmalade was Missy Elliott, and Missy Elliott came also at a time that I was actually doing Red and Meth and all of that because we did the Bootylicious thing together.
Right.
I was in LA, and I kept myself in the studio. I never stopped being in the studio. I think the blessing of me being in a studio session and Missy being in the studio session over there was the blessing for being on Lady Marmalade because I was able to go to her and she was able to say, yo, Rock, I need you to help me with this track. And I need you to do this Lady Marmalade joint. And I ended up doing it. another thing, not knowing what the hell was going on, because it's like I'm doing this as a service.
So you all on there when she did it, or she was like, "Hey, I need a record. I'm redoing Lady Marmalade." Or
she said, "I'm redoing Lady Marmalade." She said, "I need you to put the sounds up." So I put the sounds up, put it together. You know what I'm saying? Ron Fair got in there, she got in there. We put it together, and then the girls came in, but I still don't know what the hell is happening. You know what I'm saying? Like,
telling you, Christina Aguilera, Kim, she not telling me they on the record.
Still don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm right down the block. Just got finished doing the Janet Jackson album, so like, you know, the All For You album. So it's like everything's happening like this. Here we go. Everything's still like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm still on the block. You know what I'm saying? So they come in the room, and I'm sitting there like this. Now, the dude Baz that actually did the movie Moulin Rouge, he was kind of like a thing the way I was just like, okay, now what is this going to be on? He said, oh, this is the movie Moulin Rouge, and these girls are going to sing Lady Marmalade. Okay, all right. Boom. I did it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Ron Fair came in, Missy came in, we all did our magic. And next thing you know, the song comes out. 5 weeks at #1 without a single. We made history. We broke mad records, one of the biggest remixes of history, and we won the Grammy for Best Vocal Collaboration. You know what I'm saying? And people and it was
they get ready to kick me off, Rock. Let me get off before they do it, and I'm gonna get right back on.
Okay, all right. Gil.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all win the Grammy.
We won the Grammy for Best Vocal Collaboration. I get a chance to perform on stage at the Grammys, and Patti LaBelle comes out and performs the song with the girls while I'm on stage DJing.
I remember seeing it on TV. That was on TV. I remember that.
Yeah, with the band playing my music on the Grammy stage.
Now, at this point, are you like, okay, I'm in the game?
At this point, I'm still high. Can't front. I'm high, but I'm like, I remember the night of the Grammys. I remember the night, and the Grammy party happened, and I remember I bought this suit. I don't know why I did this, but I guess I was really feeling myself because I paid $4,000 for a Timberland suit.
Oh shit!
I had a suit made out of a Timberland boot fabric. I had a whole suit made, and I was gonna wear the suit to the Grammys, not knowing that at the Grammys you wear a black and white suit. You wear
right.
Stupid ass walk through there looking like
some hip hop shit.
No, looking like I'm from Houston. No, I'm looking like I'm from Houston, dog. So I'm walking through there, and I had the suit on. So, like, when I DJ'd on stage, I had on this jean suit. I went upstairs. Before I could go upstairs, they said, yo, they won a Grammy. They won. I said, oh, wow. So I've been changing to my pimp suit, my Houston down suit. I go downstairs. I walk around. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling with Jimmy Jam and everybody, you know what I'm saying? And you know, and then I take the suit off and I go home and I just put on my regular jean suit. I was supposed to go to the party that night, the Grammy party, but I went to Mulholland Drive and went on the mountain.
Yeah.
Looked at LA and just smoked a blunt. I sat on the back of I sat on the second convertible seat and just looked at LA, and I was just like, wow. And it seemed like I was looking off the mountain and looking at the actual party, but I wasn't. I probably just looking at a spot, just zoning out. But it just felt like damn. And I think that's when I was like, okay, shit is serious.
Yeah.
It's popping off. And then at that same time, front to back, you know what I'm saying, with Exhibit.
Yeah. Yeah. With the Dr. Dre, with the hydraulics.
Yeah. So it was around the same time. So I would have to say during the time that I was producing Lady Marmalade, I had to leave to go sit in a lowrider because we had just locked down the whole Sunset Boulevard because we had to film the front to back video, and we had 20 lowriders, and we was all popping up in the air. So, dude, it was like I'm in the car like this, like, yo, like my life, man, what's happening? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it was just amazing all the way around, man. But yeah, with Lady Marmalade, we won the Grammy for Best Vocal Collaboration. I didn't want to consider myself a Grammy Award winner because of a vocal collaboration, but you know, they said that they couldn't have vocal collabed.
It wasn't acapella.
Acapella.
Yeah.
So, you know, you are a Grammy Award winning artist. But I also won a Grammy for Beanie Man. I had a remix for Love Me Now.
Yeah.
Stayed on the album. So, you know, I won a Grammy from that. And but I've been nominated like 4 times. With Dirty, you came up, and I think even though Eric Sherman got the Grammy for the Volume 2, I could count that. Say I can count that, but he won a Grammy for it.
Yeah, because you saying Dirty, the Dirty record came after the Redman record, right? That was like
the Dirty record. All right, so check this out. So I had just did Dirty by Redman, and it was blowing up California. I was actually living in.
Oh man, we got bad connection. Man, we got a bad connection.
Here we go. So so I'm at a party with.
Man, we got a.
Christina Aguilera.
Okay.
And Let's Get Dirty come on. And she hops over the table with her drink and she says, "Yo, if you make me a track like this, we're out of here." So I'm sitting there like, okay, all right. So I go, and I never, now mind you, here I am, never did a track the same ever. Yeah. But that track, I wanted Redman on there so bad that I didn't want to do a rendition of Dirty and not have Redman on it. So I did it exactly like Dirty. Let's Get Dirty.
Yeah.
So she could only choose Redman to be on the song. But what happened was, she thought it sounded too much like Let's Get Dirty, and sat on it for 2 years. Now back then, you could do an album and sit for 2 years, like Christina. She could sit for 2 years after the last album. You got What a Girl Wants. You could chill after that joint sell like 20 million. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah.
So now she's working on the Strip album. Now mind you, Scott Storch came on that album. Oh, he did his thing. Scott Storch came on there. You know what I'm saying? Other producers was on there doing their thing, and how she told me, she was just like, the label was like, all right, Rock, all right, Christina, you got all of these records. You got the song with Alicia Keys. You got the song with Lil' Kim. You got the song with this artist. You got the song with Linda Perry, Beautiful. But we still don't have their breakout song. We still don't have it. And they said, she said, well, Rock gave me this track, but it sounds too much like the original joint, but I'm going to play it for you. And she played it in the studio, and they went crazy. The whole label, RCA, BMG, they went crazy. And you know, it kind of described how she was going with the album.
Yeah.
Changing her whole image. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing was that the video shoot, me and Red was smoking weed in the trailer, and she came out with her underwear and like leather boots, right? So mind you, we don't know Christina to look like this.
Yeah.
So when she came out, I said, "What's up, Christina?" Damn, you're about to destroy her career. I said, Red, she ain't got no clothes on. He said, "What do you mean?" He was rolling his weed. He said, "What do you mean she ain't got no clothes on?" I said, "She's naked, man." He said, "Get out of here." He put the weed down. We both coming out the trailer, right? So we both looking out the trailer like this. And Red said, "So what do you think will happen with this song?" I said, "I don't know, man." I said, "Dang, man, why she have to take her clothes off on the song I did?" You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this, right? But then,
not even knowing this gonna be the one.
Yeah, I didn't know, right? So I'm sitting there. So it was so funny because Red said, "So fuck it, we just gonna rock. We're gonna rock it. We're gonna rock." I said, "All right, we're gonna rock." But Red was looking. The trailer video was like this, and we was like, "Dang, man, she gonna take her clothes off for our video." But not knowing that she was making history again, you know what I'm saying? But
wait, how many did they go on the sale? Because that shit was huge. That was huge as hell, man. How many did y'all go on sale with that?
Well, Christina did the album's 10 million. I know that. 10 million. So
you got a diamond plaque.
Worldwide it's 10 million, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So you have the diamond plaque and all that shit.
Still don't got my plaque yet. My plaque for Christina, I don't got my plaque for 50. I don't got my plaque for some of my Redman joints. I gotta still collect plaques. I gotta collect plaques. I gotta collect awards, overseas awards. There's still stuff I gotta collect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I don't got my Christina plaque yet. I gotta get my Christina plaque.
Yeah. Man, let's talk about some of the 50 records, man. You on that classic Get Rich or Die Trying, man. Another
now the crazy story about 50 is that it was a weird story because you're living in Queens, and 50 had got shot, and they were calling me. Sha was calling me to be on 50's album, and I was a little reserved because I knew Ja and I knew 50. You know what I'm saying? What was happening in Queens, like as a producer, I wanted to stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stay away from it. But 50 was my nigga too. Like Ja was my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like we both together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you hanging with both of them? Like
with 50 at the mall. You know what I'm saying? At Coliseum. But then I'm also knowing Ja from Irv and Dennis, because that was his uncle. You know what I'm saying? We all hang together in school. So when all the drama happened, next thing you know, 50 coming out with these mixtapes, and he's running for
all that. Yeah.
Voice sound different. The bullet hit his tooth and made his voice sound different. Like, and Sha was calling me to be on the 50 joint, but I don't know why, but I was scared. I was just like, I don't want to be somewhere and the beef is still going on.
It was that serious.
No. That, in my history of living, one of the beefs that's to this day probably still go on to the end of this grave is the 50 and Ja beef. That's a 50. That's an embedded. That's something embedded. That I don't say nothing, but Queens knows that is the serious.
That was going to the grave.
That's the one. That's the one. We don't say nothing. We keep our mouth closed. Y'all see what y'all see. He say with everybody. Boom. You know what I'm saying? But there are people who know both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I live in the neighborhood where Irv and Ja know. But I used to live on the south side too. And on the south side, I know Boo Boo 50. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The 50 gangs about as gangster as a gangster gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no games with him. You know what I'm saying? No games with that dude.
Now, I heard 50 really was about that shit, man.
No, they didn't. It was serious. 134th and Guy Brewer and all that stuff behind there. I say nothing because I don't know nothing, but it got hard. That's when it got hard. Like, you go over there, ain't no games over there. Baisley, all of that ain't no games. That's serious. You know what I'm saying? And the Supreme team serious too. Like, that's just those serious. Fat Cat, all that, Pappy, all that. That's serious. That's serious. We don't touch.
I did my research on all that, man. I heard all about the Supreme team, all that, man.
Serious. It was serious. So with the whole drama happening, I just felt like I didn't want to be somewhere and something went wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because there were studio sessions that niggas was showing up to. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't want to be.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time. Yeah.
But 50 was my dude and Ja was my dude. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was that
did they respect that and keep you out of it themselves?
Oh, I was never one to front on the fact that I knew both of them.
Yeah.
Put on one side and try to act like I ain't no one side. Like, I never that I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't mark me for knowing who you can't do it. There's some people in the crew, in the whole Queens thing, that we can't get judged about who we know. Because everybody knows everybody. You know what I'm saying? So we can't, you know what I'm saying? We can't do that. We just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I know Hollis crew, I know the family, I know Boom Bash, I know Supreme Team, I know Linden, I know niggas in every crew. You know what I'm saying? You know, just by growing up, going to school, going down the block, somebody knowing this person, this person, like this, I know that. You know what I'm saying? So when that was happening, a lot of people backed away from everything. You know what I'm saying? I never had a jaw joint. You know what I'm saying? You know, they already had their producers over there, but I was just a producer from Queens. But it was more than likely that 50 would call me in a situation because me and 50 was a little bit more into the music thing than me and Jordan was. You know what I'm saying? So when 50 called me, the beef was so hot, I didn't know how to adjust with it. So I was kind of staying back from it. So Sha was calling me, and I was kind of like, okay, all right, but not really jumping to it. But then somebody called me and said, yo, 50 want to talk to you. so then 50 got on the phone and said, yo, nigga, why is it that I gotta go and go to some niggas, I gotta go to all these other niggas that I don't know, be paying to just sit in some studio session just to play tracks, and I know you, nigga, you my nigga, I know you, nigga, why be having this? I said, yo, 50, I ain't gonna front, you know what I'm saying, where you at, you know what I'm saying, so he told me where he was, you know what I'm saying, now mind you, I hadn't seen him.
Since everything went down.
Since everything went down, I hadn't seen him. Last time I seen him, he was a chubby dude in the mall, at the mall. You know what I'm saying? Like, always had a bad Benz. He was hustling, making his bread. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So then I went to see him in an undisclosed location. And when I came in the studio, I saw Yayo and I saw Banks. And Banks wasn't saying that. Banks looked like a hitman. You know what I'm saying? Like Yayo was the live dude. Like, yo, Rock, what's up, nigga?
Did you know them before you got there?
I knew Yayo. I knew Yayo from the hood. I knew just from seeing him, not knowing him, not knowing him.
Just being around.
I knew he got down. You know what I'm saying? I had never met Banks yet though. So Sha knew. Me and Sha always knew each other. You know what I'm saying? Like we know each other from Don Newkirk studio, everything. So 50 behind the mic. You know what I'm saying? So I sit down, I'm chilling, and then when 50 came out, he looked different. Like I was looking at him like, yo, nigga, you look different. And he said, what's up, nigga? And he still had his like that kind of like healing from the like, you know, he had that kind of like thing, you know what I'm saying? So I said, yo, nigga, you look different. And he said, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga shot me up, man. You know what I'm saying? And he said, you know, I said, but you sound different too.
Yeah.
You sound different. Nigga, like
when you say he looking different, did you mean was he already like cut up and shit? Or
was lose weight, like you know what I'm saying, with the weight. Like
right.
He always was like stocky.
Yeah.
But then he was just like, you know, it was from the situation. So I guess it changed him, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at the nigga like, yo, you look different, man. He was like, yeah, niggas, you know. He said, boom, boom, boom. And he said, yo, I'm about to get built. I'm about to take all LL bitches. Yeah. He said, I'm about to take all LL bitches. And he said, yo, man. He said, yo, Rock, listen, man. He said, I'm about to come out right now. He said, I'm about to kill him. He said, just got the call from Eminem. Eminem just put me on. Eminem just gave me a deal. Boom, 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 boom. He said, I'm about to go do it. And I'm not going to lie, because at that same time, I became the DJ for Missy Elliott.
Okay.
Yeah, like I still DJ for her now, but around that time was when I started going on the road with her. And we went on the road. It was the Rock the Mic tour, and it was us. It was Fabulous, us.
That's a classic tour, Rock the Mic. Yeah.
It was us, me, Fabulous, us, 50 Cent, and Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? And he was his career went like every day. It was a new deal. It was the sneaker. It was the iPod. It was the G Unit clothing. Like his career was going like this, dude. You know what I'm saying? So, but in the midst of all of that, I ended up playing Like My Style. He liked it. He put it on the album. And what was crazy is that when he came to my studio session, guns everywhere, yo. So when he came to the studio, this nigga came to the studio, he said, yo, Rock, what up? He had a big snorkel on. This nigga said, click, click. We like that. Click, click. I'm sitting there like this in front of my beat machine. It's like, click, 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 click. So I'm like, damn, I'm in that studio session. This is that session. You know what I'm saying? I said, but whoever comes in this bitch is going to be messed up because it's like 8 guns on the table. You know what I'm saying? 8 guns. You know what I'm saying?
Really moving like that at that time.
Yeah, he was moving like that. He was moving. I'm pretty sure he had something downstairs. So, we was at Mirror Image, so you had to go upstairs. But we had 2 doors with codes on them. So you had to come. You had to know. But if somebody would have came up in there, they would have got their soul sent to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we did Like My Style. It came out, 10 million sales, man. I'll never forget that. No samples. I'm on there 10 million with no samples. I ain't sampled nothing on that joint. That's all me.
I know that check is crazy. God damn, man.
A lot of my publishing is really good because I play everything.
Yeah.
I don't only sample. I could count on my hand how many times I sampled. You Came Up as a sample. You Came Up as a sample. Damn, hold on. Lady Marmalade is an interpolation. Wow, I ain't really sampled.
Yeah.
Front to Back ain't no sample. Dirty ain't no sample. Let's Get Dirty ain't no sample. I'll Be That ain't no sample. Super Lyrical ain't no sample. Sounds like a sample, but it's not. Stop Chill ain't no sample. Like My Style ain't no sample. Do You Think About Me is not a sample.
Do You Think About Me? That's why I don't know if he's watching, but one of my homeboys, DJ Red Soda, he said that was one of his favorite Rockwilder records.
Oh, man, thank you. The song, I call it the song with no bass line. Yo, Do You Think About Me got sold so quick, I didn't get a chance to put the bass line in.
No shit.
It got sold. I sent them the rough, and they sold, and it got sold, and I never had a chance to put a bass line in it. So if you listen to Do You Think About Me, there's no bass line in it.
Yeah. Oh, the Destiny Child record. Yeah, that is a sample. Yeah, somebody mentioned.
Oh yeah. If it's a sample. If it's a sample, and Free is a sample because it got a sample in it. But I played over it. Yeah. But Oh No's not a sample. Me Amore's not a sample. Front to Back, like I said, ain't no sample, but I sampled the Hydraulics.
I was gonna say, let's talk about that because you took the Dre the 2001. You know what I'm saying?
So Dre comes in the studio, right? Dre said,
"Had you met him before prior to this?"
Yeah, I knew Dre before this. I knew Dre, but me and his relationship got really dope around this joint. You know what I'm saying? But If I Get Locked Up, which is not a sample neither, he was cool with me from that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he came beside me. He said, yo, where you get them Hydraulics from? I said, yo, I got them from the beginning of your album. And he said, I knew that. He said, but what made you do that? I said, Dre, I thought you had millions of tracks with hydraulic samples in it. I said, I just knew that when I heard that at the beginning of the album, I just knew you had like 100 tracks with hydraulics in it. Yeah. That nigga said, nah, Rock. He said, I was about to.
Beat him to it.
He said, but you beat me to it. and he said, you didn't do it right because that's not the way they bounce. Said, I'm still bugging off the fact that you did that. And he said, I said, how did you do how did you do that? Did you just ride through the hood and do that? He said, no, I put a lowrider in the parking lot of the studio, and I had the studio mic the whole lowrider. So he said, I put mics on top of the lowrider, surrounded. I had mics around the lowrider. I had mics under the lowrider. I had mics in the trunk. I had mics in the car. He said, I got he said, dashboard, rear speaker. He said, they mic'd it up like a drum, that lowrider, and had somebody hit the switches.
Oh, Dr. Dre's genius is just...
It's a genius. Yo, he mic'd the inside of the car like a drum, around the car like a drum, under the car like a drum, and on top of the joint.
Who even thinks to do this shit?
Because the album's in 6.1.
Yeah.
If you have a 6.1 system, that truck with that lowrider was around you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he mic'd the whole lowrider. And front to back is one of the dopest lowrider songs in Cali.
No shit.
So I got the key to the city off that song right there.
What's up, man? I mean, you've done so much in the game, man. What's been like some of your favorite moments? You know what I'm saying? Like just in your career.
Every moment. Every moment. When I sit back and really listen to the records now, it's like, first off, I never thought I would have a timeline of work. I always wanted one record. I just wanted one hit record. I just wanted one record. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know I was going to have a timeline of work. I never thought I would. I never thought I would be one of those producers, like, you know, that other producers that I respect credit me and say, "Yo, one of the dopest producers." Like Easy Mo B just told me I'm one of the dopest producers. I think probably last month. And
man, that's a hell of a compliment, bro.
Huh?
That's a hell of a compliment.
Easy Mo B. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, the architects of that shit.
Wiz calling me one of the dopest producers. Pharrell told me that I was one of the most versatile producers of all time. Like one of the most versatile hip hop producers. But I'm like, dude, you one of the most hip hop versatile producers. But he's like, no, Rock, your sound changes up. Like you change up. Like you could name joints right now. I wouldn't even know you did. You know what I'm saying?
We could throw in real quick because I don't want to get too far from that. But you're talking about different joints that you did. The Janet Jackson record. You know what I'm saying? Like,
would you mind?
Would you mind?
Yeah. That was me trying to imitate Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Like, I'm out there in Minnesota in flight time. You know, I'm next to these dudes, and these are my idols. You know what I'm saying? So I'm next to them, and you know, if you listen to Janet Jackson's album, all I did was try to recreate what I heard from the Velvet Rope. So if you listen to Trust to Try, if you really listen to Trust to Try and listen to They Can't Blame Nobody But You, you'll hear the same vibes. Yeah. But if you listen to Come On Get Up and you listen to There Are Times When I Look Above and Beyond, it's like the same kind of thing. So they didn't know that I was going to come out there and do that. Now, what's crazy about that album is I've heard albums after All For You, and I've said to myself, damn, did I really you know, by me trying to just do what Jimmy Jam did I kind of not do Rockwilder? Like, was I supposed to really come out there and do what the Rockwilder sound was? Because, you know, most artists did want the sound. You know what I'm saying? So I always faulted myself for years, not knowing that.
It's so far left. It's so far left. It's like, oh, Rockwilder did that one too.
Yeah, but for years, and I mean for years, probably like decades, I used to be like, damn, I wonder if I did a good job on the All For You album, because I didn't do Rockwilder. I did what I thought would be dope because Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis was there. So check this out. Me and Janet's having a meeting. And Janet, I'm sitting there. Now, my mind's not on it, although I've been thinking that all the time, but we get together, we talk about other stuff. So she said, Rock, you know what's crazy? She said, Jimmy Jam told me. She said, Janet, we've worked with a lot of producers. And they said, all these producers came with this sound. He said, but there was only one producer who stuck to the Janet Jackson sound. And that producer was Rockwilder.
Man.
After all of these years.
About was the one thing that made you, yeah.
And to this day, like, people been calling me like, yo, like, Janet did a documentary and she walks in the studio, and when this special studio that she walks in that was actually in Flight Time, they talk about this is the studio where Rockwilder came with the sound for some of the sounds for the All For You album. Like, it's in their memory to say that I came with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it made me listen to the album over again, because Janet does have a sound.
Yeah.
That you have to obey. You have to obey that sound. You know what I'm saying? Because if she goes off it has her competing with what's now. She has to stay in.
She got to stay Janet Jackson. Yeah.
Stay Janet, because she has religious fans. They're religious. They're culture fans, and they want to hear happiness. They want to hear jubilant music. They want to hear they want to hear that. There's no way around it. It's like they color, and but also saying that what I learned from Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis is that the artist is to be colored. That's why you have a lot of artists today that are not going to live past their timeline of what's now, because everybody's just add water. It's a just add water situation. You know what I'm saying? And you have just add water producers, no disrespect to the real producers, and the dopest producers that are doing what they're doing now and really have the integrity. I'm a Mike Will fan. I'm a Metro fan. I'm a Cardiac fan. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dudes that's out here now that I'm a fan of. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Stereotypes fan. Those Stereotypes 1500. Yeah. I'm a religious fan of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? But you do have some cookie cutter, just add water, drag and drop producers now that are coloring just a dude that's doing melodic music over a track. It may be the dopest track now, but it's not going to be the dopest track 10 years from now. Yeah. Not to stun the growth of a blessing that they'd have, but Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis taught me the grail of producing an artist and actually bringing roots and stems into that artist and growing that artist. That's what they did to Janet. You know what I'm saying? They grew her. I saw them take a laugh and put it in a certain part, but if that laugh wasn't there, that part wouldn't be memorable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I saw Janet is a humble, beautiful girl that if she walked through your room right now, all that feeling that you would get, like, oh my God, Janet Jackson, you wouldn't get it, because she comes in like this beautiful, cute girl with a nice manners and lovable and everything. But her music, you would think she's a goddess, like a you know what I'm saying? Like this chick on a horse with a spear, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they make her music sexy. You know what I'm saying? They make you no disrespect, but it's like they make you want to fuck her music.
Yeah.
You ain't even, she's making you think it's coming from her, but it's not really from her. It's the lyrics and her tone and the sexiness of the music
Would You Mind record, man. Like, all of that is right in sync.
Yeah. Now, what's crazy about Would You Mind, and I've been telling this story a lot, Terry Lewis hardly came into my studio sessions. Jimmy Jam came in there every day. You know what I'm saying? Terry Lewis would come up in there, but it was no musical thing. He would come up and just like he'll come up in there, hey Rock, how you doing? And be out. Yo, when I did Would You Mind?
Yeah.
Yo, that dude walked in the room. Matter of fact, I remember the whole Would You Mind was like one of the most illest days ever, because actually trying to do what Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis would do, like take a feeling and just. I was like, okay, sex, everything, sex, right? So Jimmy came in the room, and Jimmy was like, "Wow," he said, "Janet, this is Janet." So Janet was in the corner of the room, and she had a voice recorder, and she was going like this. So I'm sitting there like this in front of the XP50, and I'm going like this, and I just feel somebody come in the room. And it was Terry Lewis. Never came in my sessions like this. So he comes in, and he doesn't even look at me. He comes in and just looks at the speakers and goes. And I'm sitting there, I'm like sitting down, I'm looking at him like, oh, shit. Yeah. So he looks at me, he said, "You did this?" I'm sitting there like, I said, yeah. He said, "Nice track right there." Just walked out. Yo.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all win the Grammy.
We won the Grammy for Best Vocal Collaboration. I get a chance to perform on stage at the Grammys, and Patti LaBelle comes out and performs the song with the girls while I'm on stage DJing.
I remember seeing it on TV. That was on TV. I remember that.
Yeah, with the band playing my music on the Grammy stage.
Now at this point, are you like, okay, I'm in the game?
At this point, I'm still high. Can't front. I'm high, but I'm like, I remember the night of the Grammys. I remember the night, and the Grammy party happened, and I remember I bought this suit. I don't know why I did this, but I guess I was really feeling myself because I paid $4,000 for a Timberland suit.
Oh shit!
I had a suit made out of a Timberland boot fabric. I had a whole suit made, and I was gonna wear the suit to the Grammys, not knowing that at the Grammys you wear a black and white suit. You wear a
right.
Stupid ass walk through there looking like
some hip hop shit.
No, looking like I'm from Houston. No, I'm looking like I'm from Houston, dog. So I'm walking through there, and I had the suit on. So, like when I DJ'd on stage, I had on this jeans suit. I went upstairs. Before I could go upstairs, they said, "Yo, they won a Grammy. They won. I said, "Oh, wow." So I've been changing to my pimp suit, my Houston suit. I go downstairs. I walk around. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling with Jimmy Jam and everybody. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and then I take the suit off and I go home and I just put on like regular jeans suit. I was supposed to go to the party that night, the Grammy party, but I went to Mulholland Drive and went on the mountain.
Yeah.
Looked at LA and just smoked a blunt. And sat on the back of I sat on the second convertible seat and just looked at LA, and I was just like, wow. And it seemed like I was looking off the mountain and looking at the actual party, but I wasn't. I probably just looking at the spot, just zoning out. But it just felt like damn. And I think that's when I was like, okay, shit is serious.
Yeah.
It's popping off. And then at that same time, front to back, you know what I'm saying, with Exhibit.
Yeah. With the Dr. Dre, with the hydraulics.
Yeah, so it was around the same time. So I would have to say during the time that I was producing Lady Marmalade, I had to leave to go sit in a lowrider because we had just locked down the whole Sunset Boulevard because we had to film the front to back video, and we had 20 lowriders, and we was all popping up in the air. So, dude, it was like I'm in the car like this, like yo, like my life, man, what's happening? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it was just amazing all the way around, man. But yeah, with Lady Marmalade, we won the Grammy for Best Vocal Collaboration. I didn't want to consider myself a Grammy Award winner because of a vocal collaboration, but you know, they said that, well, they couldn't have vocal collabed.
It wasn't acapella.
Acapella.
Yeah.
So, you know, you are a Grammy Award winning artist. I also won a Grammy for Beanie Man. I had a remix for Love Me Now.
Yeah.
Stayed on the album. So, you know, I won a Grammy from that. And but I've been nominated like 4 times. With Dirty, you came up, and I think, like, even though Eric Sherman got the Grammy for the Volume 2, I could count that. Say I could count that, but he won a Grammy for it.
Yeah, because you saying Dirty, the Dirty record came after the Redman record, right? That was like
the Dirty record. All right, so check this out. So I had just did Dirty by Redman, and it was blowing up California. I was actually living in.
Oh man, we got bad connection. Man, we got a bad connection.
Here we go. So so I'm at a party with.
Man, we got a.
Christina Aguilera.
Okay.
And Let's Get Dirty come on. And she hops over the table with her drink and she says, "Yo, if you make me a track like this, we're out of here." So I'm sitting there like, okay, all right. So I go, and I never, now mind you, here I am, never did a track the same ever. Yeah. But that track, I wanted Redman on there so bad that I didn't want to do a rendition of Dirty and not have Redman on it. So I did it exactly like Dirty. Let's Get Dirty.
Yeah.
So she could only choose Redman to be on the song. But what happened was, she thought it sounded too much like Let's Get Dirty, and sat on it for 2 years. Now back then, you could do an album and sit for 2 years, like Christina. She could sit for 2 years after the last album. You got What a Girl Wants. You could chill after that joint sell like 20 million. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Yeah.
So now she's working on the Strip album. Now, mind you, Scott Storch came on that album. Oh, he did his thing. Scott Storch came on there. You know what I'm saying? Other producers was on there doing their thing. And how she told me, she was just like, the label was like, all right, Rock. All right, Christina, you got all of these records. You got the song with Alicia Keys. You got the song with Lil' Kim. You got the song with this artist. You got the song with Linda Perry, Beautiful. But we still don't have their breakout song. We still don't have it. And they said, she said, well, Rock gave me this track, but it sounds too much like the original joint, but I'm going to play it for you. And she played it in the studio, and they went crazy. The whole label, RCA, BMG, they went crazy. And you know, it kind of described how she was going with the album.
Yeah.
Changing her whole image. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing was that the video shoot, me and Red was smoking weed in the trailer, and she came out with her underwear and like leather boots, right? So mind you, we don't know Christina to look like this.
Yeah.
So when she came out, I said, "What's up, Christina?" Damn, you're about to destroy her career. I said, Red, she ain't got no clothes on. He said, "What do you mean?" He was rolling his weed. He said, "What do you mean she ain't got no clothes on?" I said, "She's naked, man." He said, "Get out of here." He put the weed down. We both coming out the trailer, right? So we both looking out the trailer like this. And Red said, "So what do you think will happen with this song?" I said, "I don't know, man." I said, "Dang, man, why she have to take her clothes off on the song I did?" You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this, right? But then,
not even knowing this gonna be the one.
Yeah, I didn't know, right? So I'm sitting there. So it was so funny because Red said, "So fuck it, we just gonna rock. We're gonna rock it. We're gonna rock." I said, "All right, we're gonna rock." But Red was looking out at the trailer, and it was like this, and we was like, "Dang, man, she's gonna take her clothes off on our video." But not knowing that she was making history again. You know what I'm saying? But
wait, how many did they go on the sale? Because that shit was huge. That was huge as hell, man. How many did y'all go on sale with that?
Well, Christina did the album's 10 million. I know that. 10 million. So
you got a diamond plaque.
Worldwide at 10 million, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So you have the diamond plaque and all that shit.
Still don't got my plaque yet. My plaque for Christina, I don't got my plaque for 50. I don't got my plaque for some of my Redman joints. I gotta still collect plaques. I gotta collect plaques. I gotta collect awards, overseas awards. There's still stuff I gotta collect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't got my Christina plaque yet. I gotta get my Christina plaque.
Yeah. Man, let's talk about some of the 50 records, man. You on that classic Get Rich or Die Trying, man. Another
now the crazy story about 50 is that it was a weird story because you're living in Queens, and 50 had got shot, and they were calling me. Sha was calling me to be on 50's album, and I was a little reserved because I knew Ja and I knew 50. You know what I'm saying? What was happening in Queens, like as a producer, I wanted to stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stay away from it. But 50 was my nigga too. Like, Ja was my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you hanging with both of them? Like
with 50 at the mall. You know what I'm saying? At Coliseum. But then I'm also knowing Ja from Irv and Dennis, because that was his uncle. You know what I'm saying? We all hang together in school. So when all the drama happened, next thing you know, 50 coming out with these mixtapes, and he's running for
all that. Yeah,
voice sound different. The bullet hit his tooth and made his voice sound different. Like, and Sha was calling me to be on the 50 joint, but I don't know why, but I was scared. I was just like, I don't want to be somewhere and the beef is still going on.
It was that serious.
No. That, in my history of living, one of the beefs that's to this day probably still go on to the end of this grave is the 50 and Ja beef. That's a 50. That's an embedded. That's something embedded. That I don't say nothing, but Queens knows that is the serious.
That was going to the grave.
That's the one. That's the one. We don't say nothing. We keep our mouth closed. Y'all see what y'all see. He say with everybody. Boom. You know what I'm saying? But there are people who know both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I live in the neighborhood with Irv and Ja and them. But I used to live on the south side too. And on the south side, I know Boo Boo 50. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The 50 gangs about as gangster as a gangster gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no games with him. You know what I'm saying? No games with that dude.
Now, I heard 50 really was about that shit, man.
No, they didn't. It was serious. 134th and Guy Brewer and all that stuff behind there. I say nothing because I don't know nothing, but it got hard. That's when it got hard. Like, you go over there, ain't no games over there. Baisley, all of that ain't no games. That's serious. You know what I'm saying? And the Supreme team serious too. Like, that's just those serious. Fat Cat, all that, Pappy, all that. That's serious. That's serious. We don't touch.
I did my research on all that, man. I heard all about the Supreme team, all that, man.
Serious. It was serious. So with the whole drama happening, I just felt like I didn't want to be somewhere and something went wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because there were studio sessions that niggas was showing up to. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't want to be.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time. Yeah.
But 50 was my dude and Ja was my dude. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was that
did they respect that and keep you out of it themselves?
Oh, I was never one to front on the fact that I knew both of them.
Yeah.
Put on one side and try to act like I ain't no one side. Like, I never I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't mark me for knowing who you can't do it. There's some people in the crew in the whole Queens thing that we can't get judged about who we know. Because everybody knows everybody. You know what I'm saying? So we can't, you know what I'm saying? We can't do that. We just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I know Hollis Crew, I know the family, I know Boom Bash, I know Supreme Team, I know Linden, I know every, like, I know niggas in every crew. You know what I'm saying? You know, just by just growing up, going to school, going down the block, somebody knowing this person, this person, like this, I know that. You know what I'm saying? So when that was happening, a lot of people backed away from everything. You know what I'm saying? I never had a jive joint. You know what I'm saying? You know, they already had their producers over there, but I was just a producer from Queens. But it was more than likely that 50 would call me in a situation because me and 50 was a little bit more into the music thing than me and John was. You know what I'm saying? So when 50 called me, the beef was so hot, I didn't know how to adjust with it. So I was kind of staying back from it. So Sha was calling me, and I was kind of like, okay, all right, but not really jumping to it. But then somebody called me and said, yo, 50 want to talk to you. so then 50 got on the phone and said, yo, nigga, why is it that I gotta go and go to some niggas, I gotta go to all these other niggas that I don't know, be paying to just sit in some studio session just to play tracks, and I know you, nigga, you my nigga, I know you, nigga, why be having this? I said, yo, 50, I ain't gonna front, you know what I'm saying, where you at, you know what I'm saying, so he told me where he was, you know what I'm saying, now mind you, I hadn't seen him.
Since everything went down.
Since everything went down, I hadn't seen him. Last time I seen him, he was a chubby dude in the mall, at the mall. You know what I'm saying? Like, always had a bad Benz. He was hustling, making his bread. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So then I went to see him in an undisclosed location. And when I came in the studio, I saw Yayo and I saw Banks. And Banks wasn't saying that. Banks looked like a hitman. You know what I'm saying? Like Yayo was the live dude. Like, yo, Rock, what's up, nigga?
Did you know them before you got there?
I knew Yayo. I knew Yayo from the hood. I knew just from seeing him, not knowing him, not knowing him.
Just being around.
I knew he got down. You know what I'm saying? I had never met Banks yet though. So Sha knew. Me and Sha always knew each other. You know what I'm saying? Like we know each other from Don Newkirk studio, everything. So 50 behind the mic. You know what I'm saying? So I sit down, I'm chilling, and then when 50 came out, he looked different. Like I was looking at him like, yo, nigga, you look different. And he said, what's up, nigga? And he still had his like that kind of like healing from the you know, still had that kind of like thing, you know what I'm saying? So I said, yo, nigga, you look different. And he said, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga shot me up, man. You know what I'm saying? And he said, you know, I said, but you sound different too.
Yeah.
You sound different. Nigga, like
when you say he looking different, did you mean was he already like cut up and shit? Or
was lose weight, like, you know what I'm saying, with the weight. Like
right.
He always was like stocky.
Yeah.
But then he was just like, you know, it was from the situation. So I guess it changed him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at the nigga like, yo, you look different, man. He was like, yeah, niggas, you know. He said, boom, boom, boom. And he said, yo, I'm about to get built. I'm about to take all LL bitches. Yeah. He said, I'm about to take all LL bitches. And he said, yo, man. He said, yo, Rock, listen, man. He said, I'm about to come out right now. He said, I'm about to kill him. He said, just got the call from Eminem. Eminem just put me on this. Eminem just gave me a deal. Boom, 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 boom. He said, I'm about to go do it. And I'm not going to lie, because at that same time, I became the DJ for Missy Elliott.
Okay.
Yeah, like I still DJ for her now, but around that time was when I started going on the road with her. And we went on the road. It was the Rock the Mic tour. And it was us. It was Fabulous, us.
That's a classic tour. Rock the Mic. Yeah.
It was us, me, Fabulous, us, 50 Cent, and Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? And he was, his career went, like every day it was a new deal. It was the sneaker, it was the iPod, the G Unit clothing. Like his career was going like this, dude. You know what I'm saying? So, but in the midst of all of that, I ended up playing Like My Style. He liked it. He put it on the album. And what was crazy is that when he came to my studio session, guns everywhere, yo. So when he came to the studio, this nigga came to the studio, he said, yo, Rock, what up? He had a big snorkel on. This nigga said, click, click. Yo, be like that. Click, click. I'm sitting like this in front of my beat machine. It's like, click, 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 click. So I'm like, damn, I'm in that studio session. This is that session. You know what I'm saying? I said, but whoever comes in this bitch is going to be messed up because it's like 8 guns on the table. You know what I'm saying? 8 guns. You know what I'm saying?
Really moving like that at that time.
He was moving like that. He was moving. I'm pretty sure he had something downstairs. We was at Mirror Image, so you had to go upstairs. But we had 2 doors with codes on them. So you had to come. You had to know. But if somebody would have came up in there, they would have got. They would have soul sent to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we did Like My Style. It came out. 10 million sales, man. I'll never forget that. No samples. I'm on that 10 million with no samples. I ain't sampled nothing on that joint. That's all me.
I know that check is crazy. God damn, man.
A lot of my publishing is really good because I play everything.
Yeah.
I don't only sample. I could count on my hand how many times I sampled. You Came Up as a sample. You Came Up as a sample. Damn, hold on. Lady Marmalade is an interpolation. Wow, I ain't really sampled.
Yeah.
Front to Back ain't no sample. Dirty ain't no sample. Let's Get Dirty ain't no sample. I'll Be That ain't no sample. Super Lyrical ain't no sample. Sounds like a sample, but it's not. Stop Chill ain't no sample. Like My Style ain't no sample. Do You Think About Me is not a sample.
Do You Think About Me? That's why I don't know if he's watching, but one of my homeboys, DJ Red Soda, he said that was one of his favorite Rockwilder records.
Oh, man, thank you. The song, I call it the song with no bass line. Yo, Do You Think About Me got sold so quick, I didn't get a chance to put the bass line in.
No shit.
It got sold. I sent them the rough, and they sold, and it got sold, and I never had a chance to put a bass line in it. So if you listen to Do You Think About Me, there's no bass line in it.
Yeah. Oh, the Destiny Child record. Yeah, that is a sample. Yeah, somebody mentioned.
Oh, yeah. If it's a sample. If it's a sample. If it's a sample, and Free is a sample because it got a sample in it. But I played over it. Yeah. But Oh No's not a sample. Me I'm More's not a sample. Front to Back, like I said, ain't no sample, but I sampled the Hydraulics.
I was gonna say, let's talk about that because you took the Dre the 2001. You know what I'm saying?
So Dre comes in the studio, right? Dre said,
"Had you met him before prior to this?"
Yeah, I knew Dre before this. I knew Dre, but me and his relationship got really dope around this joint. You know what I'm saying? But If I Get Locked Up, which is not a sample neither, he was cool with me from that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he came beside me. He said, yo, where you get them Hydraulics from? I said, yo, I got them from the beginning of your album. And he said, I knew that. He said, but what made you do that? I said, Dre, I thought you had millions of tracks with hydraulic samples in it. I said, I just knew that when I heard that at the beginning of the album, I just knew you had like 100 tracks with hydraulics in it.
Yeah.
That nigga said, nah, Rock. He said, I was about to.
Beat him to it.
He said, but you beat me to it. and he said, you didn't do it right because that's not the way they bounce. He said, I'm still bugging off the fact that you did that. And he said, I said, how did you do that? Did you just ride through the hood and do that? He said, no, I put a lowrider in the parking lot of the studio and I had the studio mic the whole lowrider. So he said I put mics on top of the lowrider, surrounded. I had mics around the lowrider. I had mics under the lowrider. I had mics in the trunk. I had mics in the car. He said I got he said dashboard, rear speaker. He said they mic'd it up like a drum, that lowrider, and had somebody hit the switches.
Oh, Dr. Dre's genius is just
it's a genius. Yo, he mic'd the inside of the car like a drum, around the car like a drum, under the car like a drum, and on top of the joint.
Who even thinks to do this shit?
Because the album's in 6.1.
Yeah.
If you have a 6.1 system, that truck with that lowrider was around you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he mic'd the whole lowrider. And front to back is one of the dopest lowrider songs in Cali.
No shit.
So I got the key to the city off that song right there.
That's what's up, man. I mean, you've done so much in the game, man. What's been like some of your favorite moments? You know what I'm saying? Like just in your career.
Every moment. Every moment. When I sit back and really listen to the records now, it's like, first off, I never thought I would have a timeline of work. I always wanted one record. I just wanted one hit record. I just wanted one record. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know I was gonna have a timeline of work. I never thought I would be one of those producers, like, you know, that other producers that I respect credit me and say, yo, one of the dopest producers. Like Easy Mo B just told me I'm one of the dopest producers, I think probably last month. And
man, that's a hell of a compliment, bro.
Huh?
That's a hell of a compliment.
Easy Mo B. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, architects of that shit.
Wes calling me one of the dopest producers. Pharrell told me that I was one of the most versatile producers of all time. Like one of the most versatile hip hop producers. But I'm like, dude, you one of the most hip hop versatile producers. But he's like, no, Rock, your sound changes up. Like you change up. Like you could name joints right now. I wouldn't even know you did. You know what I'm saying?
We could throw in real quick because I don't want to get too far from that. But you're talking about different joints that you did. The Janet Jackson record. You know what I'm saying? Like,
would you mind?
Would you mind?
Yeah. That was me trying to imitate Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Like, I'm out there in Minnesota in flight time. You know, I'm next to these dudes, and these are my idols. You know what I'm saying? So I'm next to them, and you know, if you listen to Janet Jackson's album, all I did was try to recreate what I heard from the Velvet Rope. So if you listen to Trust to Try, if you really listen to Trust to Try and listen to They Can't Blame Nobody But You, you'll hear the same vibes. Yeah. But if you listen to Come On Get Up and you listen to There Are Times When I Look Above and Beyond, it's like the same kind of thing. So they didn't know that I was going to come out there and do that. Now, what's crazy about that album is I've heard albums after All For You, and I've said to myself, damn, did I really you know, by me trying to just do what Jimmy Jam did I kind of not do Rockwilder? Like, was I supposed to really come out there and do what the Rockwilder sound was? Because, you know, most artists didn't want the sound. You know what I'm saying? So I always faulted myself for years, not knowing that.
That's it's so far left. It's so far left. It's like, oh, Rockwilder did that one too.
Yeah, but for years, and I mean for years, probably like decades, I used to be like, damn, I wonder if I did a good job on the All For You album, because I didn't do Rockwilder. I did what I thought would be dope because Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis was there. So check this out. Me and Janet's having a meeting, and Janet, I'm sitting there now. My mind's not on it. Although I've been thinking that all the time, but we get together, we talk about other stuff. So she said, Rock, you know what's crazy? She said, Jimmy Jam told me. She said, Janet, we've worked with a lot of producers. And they said, all these producers came with this sound. He said, but there was only one producer who stuck to the Janet Jackson sound. And that producer was Rockwilder.
Man.
After all of these years.
About was the one thing that made you, yeah.
And to this day, like, people been calling me like, yo, like, Janet did a documentary and she walks in the studio, and when this special studio that she walks in that was actually in Flight Time, they talk about this is the studio where Rockwilder came with the sound for some of the sounds for the All For You album. Like it's in their memory to say that I came with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it made me listen to the album over again, because Janet does have a sound.
Yeah.
That you have to obey. You have to obey that sound. You know what I'm saying? Because if she goes off it has her competing with what's now. She has to stay in.
She got to stay Janet Jackson. Yeah.
Stay Janet, because she has religious fans. They're religious. They're culture fans, and they want to hear happiness. They want to hear jubilant music. They want to hear. They want to hear that. There's no way around it. It's like they color, and but also saying that what I learned from Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis is that the artist is to be colored. That's why you have a lot of artists today that are not going to live past their timeline of what's now, because everybody's just add water. It's a just add water situation. You know what I'm saying? And you have just add water producers, no disrespect to the real producers, and the dopest producers that are doing what they're doing now and really have the integrity. I'm a Mike Will fan. I'm a Metro fan. I'm a Cardiac fan. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dudes that's out here now that I'm a fan of. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Stereotypes fan. Those Stereotypes 1500. Yeah. I'm a religious fan of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? But you do have some cookie cutter, just add water, drag and drop producers now that are coloring just a dude that's doing melodic music over a track. It may be the dopest track now, but it's not going to be the dopest track 10 years from now. Yeah. Not to stun the growth of a blessing that they've had, but Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis taught me the grail of producing an artist and actually bringing roots, stems into that artist and growing that artist. That's what they did to Janet. You know what I'm saying? They grew her. I saw them take a laugh and put it in a certain part, but if that laugh wasn't there, that part wouldn't be memorable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I saw Janet is a humble, beautiful girl that if she walked through your room right now, all that feeling that you would get, like, oh my God, Janet Jackson, you wouldn't get it, because she comes in like this beautiful, cute girl with a nice manners and lovable and everything. But her music, you would think she's a goddess, like a you know what I'm saying, like this chick on a horse with a spear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they make her music sexy. You know what I'm saying? They make you want to. They make you no disrespect, but it's like they make you want to fuck her music.
Yeah.
You ain't even. She's making you think it's coming from her, but it's not really from her. It's the lyrics and her tone and the sexiness of the music
with Would You Mind record, man. Like, all of that is right in sync.
Yeah. Now, what's crazy about Would You Mind, and I've been telling this story a lot. Terry Lewis hardly came into my studio sessions. Jimmy Jam came in there every day. You know what I'm saying? Terry Lewis would come up in there, but it was no musical thing. He would come up and just like he'll come up in there, hey Rock, how you doing? And be out. Yo, when I did Would You Mind?
Yeah.
Yo, that dude walked in the room. Matter of fact, I remember the whole Would You Mind was like one of the most illest days ever, because I was actually trying to do what Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis would do. Like, take a feeling and just, I was like, okay, sex. everything, sex, right? So Jimmy came in the room, and Jimmy was like, wow. He said, Janet, this is Janet. So Janet was in the corner of the room, and she had a voice recorder, and she was going like this. So I'm sitting like this in front of the XP50, and I'm going like this, and I just feel somebody come in the room. And it was Terry Lewis. Never came in my sessions like this. So he comes in, and he doesn't even look at me. He comes in and just looks at the speakers and goes. And I'm sitting there, I'm like sitting down. I'm looking at him like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
So he looks at me, he said, you did this? I'm sitting there like, I said, yeah. He said, nice track right there. Just walked out. Dude, let me tell you, dog. Yo, I said, man, when he walked out the room, I said, yo, I'm gonna go outside for a minute, go to my truck and get something.
Have a moment. Dude,
I got out that studio, I ran down that block, I was like, yo! Yo! I damn this, like, yo! I was like, Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam confirmed a joint, because this is me going to a whole different level.
You coming into what they built. Yeah.
Your mind is over here.
Yeah.
It's over there. It's like, I was trying. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, like everything in there was just like, okay, let me just see, because they gave me my own room to do whatever I wanted to do. Jimmy was across the room. Terry was down the room on a Harrison board. And I was in that room, and they gave me the leeway to create ideas. So I come up in there today, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go sex now. I'm gonna just go sex. I did the come on, get up. We did the trust to try. We did this. Okay, now time for that one.
Yeah.
That it has on her album.
Yeah.
That don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So here, that Triton, something in that Triton had a. Okay, I know what that is. Like some Johnny Gill chords. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Gill was also in the studio too.
No shit. Wait. So you in the studio with Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, Janet Jackson, and Johnny Gill?
I'm in the studio. In that studio, when I was down there in Minneapolis, it was Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, my boy named Alex. He was also a producer there. Johnny Gill. Johnny Gill was in there every day.
Just there?
Just there. Working on his album and chilling. Some of the artists from Sound of Blackness would be in there.
Yeah.
I had my own producer. I had my own cook. I had my own cook that could make whatever I want. I had my own engineer. I had my own tech dude. I had it was Janet. It was her friend Shanette. Shanette was there. She stayed in the room with me a lot. And it was the engineer. And it was who else? Was somebody else? Oh, the dude from Mint Condition. Stokely used to come, and then the keyboard dude from. We all used to be there, just chilling. It's a big facility. Just a big facility. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So it was that was just me going somewhere else.
And then she comes on there talking that talk. You know what I mean? Like.
Then she plays, and then I'm sitting next to her when she plays the song for me. But it's like, I know her now, so it's just like, I can't even look at her seriously and say that, you saw that? Like, you little something that. Like, you are so crazy. That's like, that's when you zoned in, but you like my dude. You know what I'm saying? Like a dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? sit there and put a book, like touch your nose when you're sleeping. You know,
Yeah.
feed you strawberries and cream. Like, she's just cool, just mad cool. Like, if she came up, yeah, I swear, if you was out there around that time, you would have been like, yo, I know y'all see Janet as sexy, but she is the coolest person ever, man. Like, we'll sit there and talk all day, talk all night, stuff, and be so far from music. Even when we went up in there with the Jimmy Jam studio, we'd be talking about everything, man. It was just a blessed situation. But that was another thing that I could say that, you know, I worked with two of my favorite idols of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy, Terry Lewis. I used to dream about being with them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Never would have thought. Never would have thought, dude.
Yeah. So I mean, you've done so much. Is there anything that you feel like man, I got to do this, and then I'm good?
Nah. My bucket list is checked off.
Hmm.
You know what I want to do now? I wanna take, because I'm 49 now. I want from 49, God's willing I live to 59. I want to drop from 49 to 59 such a body of work, not necessarily with nobody, but if I do get a chance to be blessed to be a part of a artist dream, it'll be good. But I still got, you know, I still work with Janet, still DJ for Missy, still got Redman, still got Method Man. Me and Redman been talking about dropping a timeline of work. Like, we're about to shock you with the timeline of work. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanna really just drop that catalog of work to where my kids could have that. Because I don't want to work till I'm old. I have a 5-year-old son now, so I have older children as well. But I want to give up that part of my life to where I did like 10 years nonstop, like a Drake run, production, and just dropping instrumental albums, sample albums, soundscapes. It's all types of genres of music. I just want to drop so much work. And then, like, so if something was to happen, like if you did a documentary on me, you could say that, yo, he went in. There was a time that he went in. Because I feel like the first part of my career, I always tell my boy Rashid this. You know what I'm saying? Me and him talk. And Rashid is one of my closest friends. And I always tell him the password to every computer I got, just in case something happened to me. And I want him to, I already said it, if anything was to happen, I want him to come and get the latest computer I got and go in my password and release all the joints. Because I got tons and tons and tons of music right here. I mean tons.
Like or just beats.
Dude, let me show you something while I'm talking to you. I got music right now, dude, that like it's just stuff that I haven't released. Like, I just got things that I haven't released that I want to release now at this time of just getting older and just having catalog. You know what I'm saying? I just want to release catalog to where I want to say when I even if my career after 59 still has its course, I want to say that there was a time that he zoned in and did tons of work, just worked till he couldn't work no more. That's the age that I want to be in now. I want to remix albums. I want to create new versions of music that I've done, because like I said, I never sampled, so I can create a jazz version of the Rockwilder. I could create a jazz version of I'll Be That. I could create, you know, that
would be dope. No dope.
Yeah. And then being that it's already my master, because it's my material, I create new versions of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at this, dog. I got work, nigga. Hold on. Let me tell you. Hold on. Dude, that's my music part joint. I got 11, 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, and I do a new folder every year. So look at that.
Yeah.
This is music you ain't here yet.
Damn.
That's 2013. This is 13. Look at 14. This is 14. At 14, I didn't do a lot that year because I was sick. 15. This is music you ain't hear. 16.
Yeah, man, you gotta get that out.
Yeah, I gotta get out. 17. 18.
God damn.
Look at all that, dude. 19. And those are Logic and Ableton sessions. 20. Look at 20. I just started in 2020. Look at 20.
Oh yeah, you've been going crazy this year.
I've been going crazy. But then I got Music Park lap work. This is when I be on the plane. This is when my music that I do when I'm on the plane. I call this lap work because I'm doing it on my lap in the plane. So I got all of that. Then I got Music Park The Ride, where I was actually in Orlando and I did a bunch of music in Orlando. Look at all that music. God. Then I got Music Park, another Music Park The Ride, that this is me and Flip that produced for her and all those people. Yeah. Me and Lil Bro, we went in. Then there was a group called The Rebels. I don't even know if that's gonna pop. I don't know if we have that. Then Music Park World Tour. This is the music I did on tour. Now, but check this out. Wait. I have Reason sessions. Now I got Reason sessions. This is a whole different thing. Look at all the tracks. Reasons 2016, because I use Reasons a lot. But then I use Ableton and I use Logic. That's what you saw up here. So look at this, dude. This is all Reasons. 2018, look. God damn. That ain't even a Reason file. Look, somebody said that ain't even a Reason file. 2007, 10, 19, 2019. Look at that. And you know what I do? I come home and I just do tracks. And some of these joints, I forget I even did them.
See, Rock, this is what I was going to ask you. You working like that. How many beats are you doing a day? Are you still hungry like you 3, 4, 5 beats a day type shit? Or is it just
you know what I do? You know what I do? I got, I hum beats. You remember I told you when I was young, I used to hum my own beats. So what I do is I got a lot of joints that I do. Like I'll sit up for like one whole day and watch TV or do stuff and I'll hum stuff. But then what I have to do is I have to keep the phone on because I hum it so quick that if I walk in the next room, I forget it. You know what I'm saying? So what I do is I hum it first. I hum it first. But I gotta keep a joint around me, and then I'll hum it, and I'll hum like 15 ideas. Yeah. But then that next day, I'll do all the joints that I hum. You know what I'm saying? But I got, let me show you, dude. I got joints where some of the stuff I hummed. Hold on. I used to do this at 7 years old, dude. Then I got this one. You're listening to Rockwilder's Online. This one. A sound. Okay, so the name of the song is Joel's Song. It is basically talking about a dilemma that happens with threesomes. And the first verse is about 2 girls and a guy. And the second verse is about 2 guys and a girl. Now, there were some vocals that you laid with me a long time ago that kind of like coincided with the whole idea because the things that you're saying... That was a Joel James song. Do, 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 do. All day. Damn. I gotta stay in the car and I gotta do it. And then what I'll do is I'll just and a C note with the chords of with the familiar chords. Oh yeah, I know what that is. And some of this stuff I forget. So I gotta do the bass line. I gotta do the bass line. I gotta do the drums. I gotta do the bass note, because if I forget it, I gotta make sure I know the note. So I'll go boom 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 boom. Right there, the bass gotta be in A C, but I gotta record it.
Yeah.
And then because I could sit back and go like this. You'd be like, Rock. I'll be like, I got the track. It's almost there. It's almost there. I just got to do the bass line. And I hit my teeth together. For a kick. I better record it, because if I get past that door, I ain't gonna know it. Yeah. I something else past that door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when people see me on the video, they see me grinding my teeth. They're like, "Oh, what's wrong with them?" You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But they don't know I'm hitting my teeth together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so like, but I need that phone. I need that voice recorder. I gotta have that voice recorder, because I'll sit here. I could do a person's whole album just like this. Track 1. Now, even while I'm doing this for you right now, I should be recording this, because it's a beat. It's really a beat. And I'm sitting there like, hold on. All right, that's the horn. Then I gotta be like, the only problem is sometimes when I do that snare that I'm hearing, it takes me a minute to find that snare.
Yeah.
Because I know what snare I'm hearing.
Yeah.
It takes me a minute to find that snare. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I do my music. So I'll sit there probably from Monday to Wednesday and go like this. But then Thursday to Saturday,
cook time. Yeah.
Cook time. Or I'll come home, hanging out, and just do a track because I'm not tired, and do like there's a folder that I got now, dude, that I don't know where this folder came from. But I know that that it was one of them nights I came home real messed up. And I said I was gonna look, I found this folder. I don't even know where this folder came from. I don't know where it came from. I really don't know. And there's stuff in here that I don't even remember doing it. Truthfully, I know I had to be one of them joints that I probably hung out with some friends and just all of those beats. I probably just went and just did a run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I want to release all of this. I want to release these donuts. I call them donuts, like Dilla. I want to release them. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let's see what this is. Hold on. And these are no and mind you, all of those records are no samples. All sounded different. That's no sample. That's me.
Oh, that's Shannon.
I put some static in there. Hold on. I love putting static in music.
Yeah.
Make it get that old thing. You know what I'm saying? This folder, I don't know where.
Man, that's tough.
I don't know where this folder came from. Hold on. This was called Nature's Secret. Hold on. And some of this stuff ain't mixed either. It's just me just zoning. goes, wherever my mind goes, that's where I'm going. I ain't going up there. I ain't going up there. The idea of like it's like how if I watch a show or hold on. What's this? And everyone's an idea.
None of them shit sound the same.
None of them sound the same. Yeah, none of them sound the same. You love it. Hold on. None of them sound the same. They're all different worlds. Hold on. All sketches. I can add on to anyone. I can add on to anyone. I can add on to. No samples.
Come on, man. Oh, shit. They got that bass
That's one. There's another one. Hold on. This is called Where all this music. And the crazy shit is, I'll sit here and listen to these right here in front of you, and then say I got to do something with those, and then do like 20 more somewhere else. Yeah, so this is like crazy. Tons of stuff, dude. Tons of music.
Man, okay, so I know they're finna kick me off in like 10 minutes. So they got the versus thing going on right now. You been keeping up with that, with the battles?
Yeah, I've been keeping up with it, man. It's on a rocket ship right now. They got Bounty Killer battling Beanie Man. They you know what I'm saying? The battles, they didn't went to the stars with it. Now, big shout out to Timberland and Swiss for that, though.
Yeah. So if you were to do one, who would be your ideal opponent?
Me, to battle me, it would have to be somebody that could go slow music, club music. It would have to be somebody, I don't know, because I'm gonna play If, I'm gonna play Would You Mind, I'm gonna play Come On Get Up, I wanna play different types of music. I think, I don't know. I think would be a dope battle for me as somebody who would be versatile with music. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't just do hip hop, I do a lot of other things. So I don't know what could, it would have to be somebody that can give me something for my lady Marmalade. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. See, and when you start talking like that, that's when you go into another league, man. Because it's not sweet. Our producers got one of those in their catalog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like I've been blessed to have a catalog, and all my tracks I love. So it ain't gonna be like something I ain't gonna play like play your 20 joints. My 20 joints is gonna be my 20 joints.
Yeah.
But then there's a lot of stuff people don't know I did. A lot of people don't know I did. Stuff for Nas. I did stuff for Coogee Rap. I did stuff for. You know what I'm saying?
Lost tapes and shit with Nas, right? Yeah.
Busted joints. I got busted. We didn't even talk about the busted joints. I got busted joints. You know what I'm saying? I got. That's my big brother too. I got busted. I got busted joints. I got more exhibit joints. I got joints. I got old NYMP from Jay-Z. I got a lot of weird type of ones. So we have to be somebody that's in that caliber.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what's up, man. They giving me the countdown. I got about 1 minute and 45 seconds for this.
Okay.
But listen, man, it's been real dope, man.
I got one of my best interviews, man.
Man, I appreciate it, man. This has been real dope, man. Like I said, I've been following your career, man, for a long time. You know what I'm saying? It's been an honor to sit down and chop it up, man. We'll have to, do this again some other time, man.
Let's do it again, man. Let's do it again. Whatever you need, man. Big shout out to Fees Donnie. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my boy Joe. Put it together, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's my sis. We working on her album, too.
Nice.
When she get a chance to sit her ass down and we can get an album done, because she all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Her modeling and her face and her things that she's doing. So she everywhere. You know what I'm saying? She over there taking pictures next to stars and stuff like that. I don't know where she at.
Yeah.
We gotta sit up like 1 month and get her started. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's what's up, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate it, man. It's been real dope, man.
All right, peace, man. Give me the video so I can share it on my joint too.
That's that.
All right, yo.